If you like this video, why not subscribe?
Hey everyone, welcome back to the weekly recap Q&A. That's the show where I sit in my portable sound booth, namely my car, and I go over some questions from last week and also share links that accumulated on Facebook and Twitter. You can find those down below. It's kind of like a podcast. You won't really see anything except me talking and maybe the occasional squirrel running by in these trees. And I'll share an annotation concerning whatever video I'm talking about. So let's go ahead and get started. Last week we talked about, the question was how do you storyboard, as we were talking about storyboarding a little bit, even though I forgot to officially ask the question, so I had to put it in the title. Sometimes I forget that. But that's what we talked about, and I got lots of great comments, how different ways people storyboarded, the techniques that they used. So go ahead and check back on that video to check those comments. Always lots of good information in the comments because you, the viewer, contribute so much. So I really appreciate that. Thank you for the feedback. Last week, the t-shirt update, we should talk about that. I haven't heard from Jacob, the t-shirt manufacturer, this past week, which I usually do. I think he's been out of town, actually. But he told me in a previous email, and I mentioned last week also, that the t-shirts were to be shipped on Friday, last Friday, the 27th. So if you, when you get your t-shirt, if you could maybe take a picture of yourself and post it on the Facebook group. If you're not on the Facebook group, should be, lots of people there. And maybe we can just show everyone showing off their t-shirts. I'm planning on doing the same thing when I get mine. So hopefully they're on their way. Like I said, I haven't heard any different, so they should be on their way, and we should get them this week sometime. Excited about that. Also, if you're interested in the newer t-shirt, which is a black version, check the link below. You can find the link on the blog. Slightly different logo. This one's designed by Drew Sherman. The one on the white t-shirt was Taylor Mosby. So grateful for their support and design skills. Last week we also had a video called DSLR Debate, which is where I sort of had a conversation with myself in cartoon version. That turned out to be kind of an interesting experience. Got lots of feedback. Probably 95% of the comments were positive. They liked the format. But there are a few people out there that really hate the GoAnimate program, which is owned by YouTube, which allows you, it's kind of an animator for dummies. And I'll admit there's some bad GoAnimate videos out there, just like there's some bad videos out there. But just the people really seem to have a lot of seething rage against this program. Especially one guy who's obviously a professional 2D animator on YouTube. I should include a link below to the video that he posted about how he just hates this program. The way I kind of see it was sort of, it's like, if you're an editor and if you ever used Windows Movie Maker, I mean, it's horrible. It's a horrible, awful program. It's just not intuitive. But, if that's all you have, you use it to the best of your ability. And you can do stuff with it. You just have to work around all the clunkiness, and it's kind of the same here. I realize this isn't, GoAnimate is not a professional animator's program. I'm not a professional animator, but I think it's the cartoon medium, the 2D cartoon medium is a great medium for commentary and rants, and that's kind of what I did with that cartoon. So people seem to like it enough. I think maybe I'll do another one, and maybe I'll talk about how to use that program in the future if people are interested in that, because I was trying to, like I said, use it for a good purpose or something that maybe is better tailored for, i.e. not like a full-length cartoon, or it was just, it's more of a comic strip, actually, like a live comic strip. So I think it worked well, and I appreciate everyone's feedback. Even the people that hated it, that's still feedback, and I appreciate it. This week, the question, and we're going to talk a little bit about video editors. I'm actually going to go to my first, I guess not my first question, but when I get to the question that is about the question that you see above, then we'll talk about it. So let's go ahead and start with the comments, or comment I had on YouTube from Bradass TV. Nice name, Brad. He commented on the Q&A last week, the How Do You Storyboard episode. He says, I was looking to make some dimmer switches and I was wondering if I need one for each light I want to dim. And yes, Brad, you do need to have a dimmer for each light if you want to control those lights individually. If you plug in two lights into the same dimmer and you crank down the dimmer or crank it up, whatever, both those lights will go up and down. If you want to control them separately, you will need two separate dimmers. So it's kind of a short question, but it's a good one. And I've used the dimmer that I built, the inexpensive, I think it was the first episode I ever did of the Frugal Filmmaker, was how to make a dimmer switch for like $7. So that's a good question. I'll refer you to all those things below. There you go. The next question was from Towson71. He commented on the channel. He said, hi, I love your work, but on the camera stabilizer you made, I'm having some trouble getting my camera to mount without swiveling on the screw. Any suggestions? This is actually a question I get a lot, and I try and answer it whenever I can, because when I first did the episode, the PVC camera stabilizer rig, which I'll leave an annotation to if you've never heard of that video, is that when people would attach it with the length of screw that I suggested, the screw ended up being too long, because if you notice in the video, I'm actually not putting the screw into the camera, but it's actually going into my XLR box that's on the bottom, which has a much deeper thread than your typical tripod mount on the bottom of a camera. So what some people have come up with is to put either a nut on the screw toward the head so it actually shortens it a little bit, or you can trim it. Just get a hacksaw, get a Dremel rotary tool, and trim the screw, and it'll fit better. That was not intentional, and I didn't realize that because I wasn't actually putting it into a camera. I was putting it into that XLR box, the adapter. So that's what happened there. So go ahead and, like I said, use a nut, trim it, and that should fix your problem. The Curious Skeptic made a comment on my Sony Vegas exporting to YouTube video that I posted on Friday. He says, in terms of looking ahead with your career and collaborating with other people in the editing process, don't you think you should be putting more time into becoming really proficient with Premiere Pro or Final Cut Pro 10 and leave Sony Vegas behind right now? You know, that's an interesting question. And I've sort of always been, I don't know, let's call myself a rogue or whatever, or outsider, but I've always seemed to kind of gravitate toward the things that were sort of non-mainstream, the programs, the hardware. I mean, even though I obviously do. But I don't have a problem using Sony Vegas. I've been using it a lot. Well, I've used it a lot over the years since version 4. Now it's on 11. I use 10 actually. But I really don't see any I don't feel a lot of desire to start learning a new editor because it does exactly what I want. And I realize it might be helpful to people that don't have Sony Vegas if I was doing tutorials on something that's maybe a little more popular. But I'm just going to stick with it. As far as collaborating in the editing process, I don't do any of that, actually. Maybe that's something I could do. Maybe that would be beneficial. But the time it would take to learn a new editor and to use it, I don't think is going to help me right now in the direction I'm taking the channel, in the direction I'm taking my career, if you want to call it that, at the moment. So I don't have a problem with sticking with Vegas. And there's lots of tutorials on Premiere Pro and Final Cut 10. So look for those. I appreciate your interest in maybe having me do some of that stuff, but right now that's not something that's going to happen. However, that leads us to our question of the week, which is, what editing software do you prefer and why? I prefer Sony Vegas. That's why I'm doing videos about it, because I know lots of people do use that program, and so I want to share just what I've learned. But if you want to share which program you use and why you think it's good or why it helps you, feel free to comment below and share why you feel that way. So that's really all for this week on the recap. Again, all the accumulated links from Twitter and Facebook are below, so check those out. Check out the blog, thefrugalfilmmaker.com. The Facebook group is really popular. I think we're at 3,800 members right now. If you have a question or want to share a video for criticism or whatever, it's a great sort of pseudo forum for that. Twitter, I'm at Frugal Filmmaker. This is my YouTube channel, probably aware of, youtube.com/thefrugalfilmmaker. And if you want to send me a question directly, you can do so at thefrugalfilmmaker@gmail.com. So hope everybody's having a great summer and a great week, and good luck making your movies, whatever you're shooting this week. And we'll see you next Monday.